After multiple incidents of swarmings in the Barrhaven area, a group of concerned locals have come together to make the community safer. The group, initially started by concerned community resident Gina Sutton, has garnered over 360 members on Facebook. The movement was started after a swarming took place outside of the Greenbank Road Farm Boy in June. It left a 16-year-old with what police described as serious injuries. The young teen suffered from a concussion and a broken nose. It's just one of multiple swarmings which have taken place in the community over the past year and a half, and some feel more activities need to come to the growing suburban community to keep kids out of trouble. Ann Primachuk, an outreach worker and program coordinator at the Nepean Rito Osgood Community Resource Center, says after receiving calls for help from the community, they stepped in to do what they could. A Barrhaven advisory committee has been set up and is meeting at least once a month to try and brainstorm ideas for what a safer Barrhaven could look like. Those efforts expanded to the skate park where they could get on-the-ground information.
Our goal is to offer free drop-ins in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa. However, to do this, we need to know what exactly that would look like and where youth want this and what exactly they want. So that's why we are actually hiring right now 2 Barrhaven youth outreach workers who are going to assess the needs of Barrhaven. So they're going to do street outreach, going to where youth are gathering and actually talking to them and having like a face-to-face conversation to basically canvass them about what the ideal program would be. But we're hoping that if we offer these drop-ins, then we can have the normal like sports and rec and art or cooking or whatever it may be. But then also in the end have free resources through NROC. So say like one night we might offer drop-in counseling, like we'll have a counselor on site, or we might partner with different organizations to offer some employment services.
On October 26, a Barrhaven Youth Community Barbecue was held at the Treehouse Mike Skate Park, located on Greenbank near Barrhaven, where some of the incidents have occurred. The barbecue was attended by about 100 parents and teens, and 42 surveys were filled out. 25 high schoolers also received volunteer hours from the event. Among the ideas youth want to see is lighting in areas where they gather, such as at the skate park, which can't be seen at night. Out of all the surveys they received, Primachuk says the issue came up more than 50% of the time. 16-year-old Riley Collins and his friend 12-year-old Tierson O'Neill spends much of their free time at the skate park after school. They say having lights there would make them feel safer and would also give their parents a sense of ease.
Probably streetlights so the cops can see at night.
Yeah, streetlights. We've always wanted that because it's hard to skate in the dark, especially now at this time how it's getting darker earlier.
And it's safer when it's lighter.
Safer, that's true.
It benefits everyone, actually.
Benefits everyone because the skaters will be here longer because that's the main thing. It gets dark, it's hard to see, you hurt yourself because we want to skate as long as you can. So we're going to be here till we have to go home. And
some of us could have longer curfews because some of our parents are like, it's not very safe. Like, it's not safe here.
Yeah.
Both teens witnessed the fight that happened outside Farm Boy and the commotion which followed. They think if lights were installed, the number of incidents would go down. Community organizer Daryl Barrhaven, who is part of the advisory committee, has been advocating for lights at the skate park for some time. The issue they are running into is with supply of electricity to the park. A local landscape company is willing to provide the lighting free of charge, but they need power from the city first. Barra hopes that with the community coming together, Barrhaven will become an even safer place.
Some of the things included the lights at the skateboard park and lights at the BMX park. They want more places where they can go and play basketball, where they can do sports in the wintertime indoors, as there's really nothing in Barrhaven for the teenage youth at any of the community buildings or at the 2 sports plexes that we have out here, other than doing swimming or playing hockey. And a lot of the youth in Barrhaven aren't interested in that. They want to do their basketball. Unfortunately, basketball costs a lot of money if you can book a gym.
The end goal is to have a permanent building in Barrhaven where youth programming could run out of, but the short-term goal is to pilot drop-ins throughout the community. The youth of Barrhaven say they would also like more indoor space to participate in free sports such as basketball, but it's hard to come by. NROC says they hope to get their feet off the ground come January in hopes of making the community a more exciting place for teens.
So
Yeah.
regardless, in January, we're hoping at least if we can't get gym space, we could at least, even at Charlie Conacher, they have, or in Larkin, they have the rink right there too. So if we had some sort of like meal, like drop in, you can come and have a meal or something, depending on what the COVID regulations are. But free food is always good, you know. They could learn some cooking skills or something and come and do that. But the drop in basketball would be ideal.
Charlie Cenac, QIN News, Ottawa.